Kevin Harvick is expected to leave Stewart-Haas Racing in 2023. According to Gene Haas, Kevin Harvick has indicated that he will leave Stewart-Haas Racing after the 2023 NASCAR season. If he is retiring then, who would make an excellent replacement for the number 4 car? Hello NASCARians and welcome back to NASCAR Zone. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. So, let's begin. Last year, Kevin Harvick dropped hints that he might retire from NASCAR, and his current deal is set to run out in 2023. Kevin Harvick, who drives for Stewart-Haas Racing, is having a successful run in the NASCAR Cup Series, and recently won consecutive races at Michigan International Speedway and Richmond Raceway. Harvick's career is going from strength to strength in the NASCAR Cup Series. However, back in December, he stated that he was prepared to retire at the end of the previous season. Although he has shifted gears in retirement, his contract with Stewart-Haas Racing will end after the 2023 season, and he has stated that he wants to be in charge of his future plans. While he has changed gears in retirement, his contract will end after the 2023 season. It's possible that the driver who won the Daytona 500 in 2007 will still be racing after 2023, but nothing is certain. To this day, Stewart-Haas Racing has not announced a driver for the number 4 Ford Mustang that will compete in the 2024 season. What do you think will Kevin be driving after 2023? Let us know in the comments section below. The native of Fort Walton Beach, Florida, could play the role of a veteran in a lineup that is currently made up of Chase Briscoe, who was the face of her role in the youth movement. According to multiple reports, Gene Haas, a co-owner of Stewart-Haas Racing, stated on the grid before the race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway that Kevin Harvick had informed the organization about his intentions to leave at the end of the 2023 season. In response, Haas stated that the organization has been attempting to convince the 46-year-old driver to sign an extension to the current contract. With his birthday falling in December of that year, Harvick would begin the 2024 season and has already reached the age of 48 years old. What do you think? Is it a good decision for Kevin to get retired at his age? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. At some point in their careers, all drivers will be required to put their hands on the wheel and concentrate on life after NASCAR. It should not come as a surprise that Stewart-Haas Racing is attempting to negotiate a new contract with Harvick. Harvick, Eric Almirola, Chase Briscoe, and Cole Custer make up the rest of the field for this race. As a result of the uncertainty surrounding Custer's future with the organization, 2 drivers, Harvick and Almirola, are very close to calling it quits on their careers. It is not inappropriate for Stewart-Haas Racing to try to negotiate an extension of Harvick's contract with him. It will only be signed by him if he expresses a desire to do so. When Harvick's contract expires, the organization will not have any power to compel him to continue working for them in any capacity. Since joining the team, the driver originally from California has amassed 37 victories while driving the number 4 vehicle. His consistency has made him a formidable opponent. It is more than the 23 victories he racked up while driving for Richard Childress Racing at the beginning of his career. In the event that Kevin Harvick decides to end his racing career, or that Stewart-Haas Racing allows him to pursue other opportunities, the team has the ability to switch to a driver that they have previously followed. It is not a secret that Stewart-Haas Racing co-owner Tony Stewart and Kyle Larson, a driver for Hendrick Motorsports, hold each other in high regard and have mutual respect for one another. Larson frequently names Stewart as one of his heroes, and Stewart has admitted that he considers Larson to be even more talented than himself. In addition, Stewart made an effort to sign Larson for the 2017 season, but was unable to do so because Larson was already under contract with Chip Ganassi Racing at the time. What do you think? Can Larson make a better option? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. He attempted it once more for the 2021 season, but it was later announced that Ford had turned down the offer. Larson was reinstated after serving a suspension for using a racial slur during an iRacing competition, and many teams believe that he was unbeatable as a result.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. Last night I made a mistake and said the word that should never, ever be said, and there's no excuse for that.
The owner of the Hendrick Motorsports team, Rick Hendrick, still gambled on Elk Grove, a native of California, and the outcome was that Larson was victorious in the 2021 Cup Series Championship thanks to his redemptive efforts, both on and off the track. After 2023, both Larson and Harvick's current contracts with their respective teams, Hendrick Motorsports and Stewart-Haas Racing, will come to an end. It is currently unknown whether or not the team will attempt to keep both of them on the roster for the foreseeable future, given the multiple disagreements that have occurred between him and his teammate Chase Elliott, who just recently agreed to an extension for the next 5 years. If Hendrick Motorsports makes the decision to let Larson compete, the number 4 Ford would be the best place for the 30-year-old driver to start his career. Stewart has made public his multiple attempts to sign Larson, and with their flagship driver facing an uncertain future, it is possible that he will finally be successful in doing so. It is entirely comprehensible that Harvick will retire from NASCAR at the conclusion of the 2023 racing season, which is when the decision will most likely be made. If you're not Mark Martin, it's not likely that you'll be able to compete in this cutthroat sport until you're in your 50s. Stewart-Haas Racing does not have a lot of strong options to choose from in the lower ranks. Because Tony Stewart has a lot of faith in Ryan Preece, it is likely that he will be the driver of the number 4 car next season. Preece, who is 31 years old, has already won 1 race in the NASCAR Truck Series this year, but his performance hasn't been nearly as impressive as it was anticipated to be. If this is the path that Ford plans to take with the next driver that will be listed, there is probably a more desirable alternative. Due to the fact that Zane Smith is Ford's top prospect, this would be the best choice. During his breakout Truck Series season with Front Row Motorsports, Smith, who is 23 years old, has won 3 races, finished in the top 5 12 times, and finished in the top 10 17 times. In addition, the driver, who is 23 years old, is going to take part in some of the races in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and the Cup Series in 2023. It will give Smith the opportunity to gain valuable experience in the higher divisions in preparation for a potential promotion to the Cup Series in 2024. A further obvious distinction between Smith and Preece is their age gap of 8 years. If Smith were provided with equipment that was up to the task of winning races in the Cup Series, he might become one of the most impressive drivers in the series. However, unless Ford has a different plan, it appears that Smith is the best option available within the camp. There is always the possibility that there will be 2 open seats, which will allow Stewart to also include Preece in a ride. If neither of them is available, Stewart-Haas Racing has Riley Herbst competing in the Xfinity Series for them, and he has been having a successful year so far. If they choose to go that route, Herbst has the opportunity to advance with Monster Energy. Although the organization's Cup Series lineup has been relatively consistent since the 2020 season, it is abundantly clear that a substantial amount of change is imminent and will take place over the course of the following few years. Who do you think will replace Kevin Harvick? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.